Welcome to the Campuswide Honors Senior Celebration, students, families, and friends, and congratulations to the Campuswide Honors Collegium class of 2021.
It is so exciting to have you here as we honor the Campuswide Honors graduating class and their achievements. Tonight, we, the staff of the Campuswide Honors Collegium, which we also refer to as the CHC, welcome viewers from all over the world. We are so glad you're here.
As members of the Campuswide Honors staff, we have had the privilege of getting to know you and guide you during your time at UCI. From our very first meeting with you at orientation, we knew that the class of 2021 was going to be a great group of students.
And you've gone above our expectations. We've seen you grow academically as you challenged yourself and explored new topics in a variety of fields. As researchers, you followed an idea from beginning to end as you explored interesting ideas and challenging issues and helped create new knowledge. We're just so proud of you.
We have been proud to see you work to create a fun, supportive, and inclusive Campuswide Honors community. In a year where we communicated remotely, you built ways for students to meet, get to know each other, interact, and have fun. You always went beyond Campuswide Honors to serve the broader community and make a difference, both at UCI and in your communities.
As seniors, you supported your class and your younger peers to help bring everyone together. You collaborated in the classroom, created study groups, and guided other students as peer mentors, resident advisors, peer academic advisors, and members and leaders of the Campus-Wide Honors Student Council. These efforts helped everyone in Campus-Wide Honors thrive in the midst of these challenging times.
This program that we present tonight is a Your Honor class of 2021. We are delighted to see your accomplishments and your success and hope that you will enjoy this week of commencement festivities, which you richly deserve. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, family, friends, faculty, staff, and most importantly, graduates. My name is Katerina Christel, and I use she, her pronouns. And I am joined by Sophia Caruso, who also uses she, her pronouns. And we are the class of 2021 student speakers. We hope you are all well and feeling a sigh of relief from all your hard work and surviving this quarter and past year. We would like to honor and congratulate the graduating seniors for finishing their degrees and excelling in their studies, clubs, and extracurriculars. You all have grown so much since your first day at UCI, no matter if you have been here from freshman year or transferred in. You have matured as students in your quality of work, socially as members of the UCI and CHC community, and intellectually through your studies and experiences. Please join us in reminiscing and honoring the valuable experiences made possible at UCI, from the relationships made with your CHC peers, being mentored by UCI faculty while completing your research and thesis, and developing as leaders at UCI, in the CHC, and in your local communities. Congratulations. We are so proud of you for making it to this moment, graduation.
The class of 2021 has accomplished so much since our first days at UCI. We'd like to reflect back on the achievements of our community. You all have conducted research and excelled in your studies. I know for me, doing my own research outside of a class was an incredible learning experience. It taught me what type of writer I was, what I wanted to contribute to within my field of study, and it gave me valuable connections with amazing professors and faculty at UCI. Many of you have been involved in the undergraduate research opportunities program and held leadership positions in the various groups like Campus-Wide Honors Student Council, peer mentorship program, resident advisors, and peer academic advisors. Many of you have published incredible papers and studied abroad, which has broadened your horizons in multiple ways. You have done all of this while being a student, and for some of us, working and taking care of family and loved ones. Of course, we cannot forget to mention the huge achievement it has been to be resilient through major hardships of the past 2 to 4 years. Many of us have gone through extremely difficult times, and yet we have persevered and held each other up. From the California wildfires to the civil rights movements, to navigating changes to the immigration guidelines and more, we have stood back up and persisted. Your determination to go above and beyond in your studies, despite the adversity you faced, shows how strong your values of justice, sympathy, community, and kindness are. You are resilient. You are a resilient generation that acknowledges the faults in the systems of our society and gives it their all in fighting for a better future. I was personally really encouraged to see how our community came together to protest and support the Black Lives Matter movement and stop hate against the AAPI movement. I acknowledge this group of people to have faced so much hardship and yet have grown and become stronger by supporting one another through protesting, donating, learning, and being there for each other. To all the seniors, we encourage you to share what you are proud of accomplishing during your time at UCI in the chat. You all have had so many great accomplishments.
With all that we've accomplished, it's important to remember to thank those who have helped us along the way. We would like to give a shout out to our incredible professors and honors faculty for helping us all through the pandemic, mentoring us through conducting our honors research, and being a pillar of support that many of us needed. We are grateful for our fellow seniors in the honors community who helped us find enjoyment and de-stress, especially during our senior year. Thank you to our amazing honors advisors who supported us throughout our time at UCI, and to the honors community for all the cherished memories, like sitting in the common room of AV, studying for honors courses together, eating s'mores at spring retreat, cheering on the students at Battle of the Brains, and more. Shout out to all the volunteers for dedicating your time and hard work, hosting and creating such fun and memorable events amidst your academic and personal responsibilities. The pandemic, while extremely difficult, made me appreciate the personal interactions I have had with my honors peers, which in turn strengthened my community bonds. It made me treasure my friends and family even more, since in-person interactions have been rare throughout this past year. And moving forward, I hope we live in the moment and cherish it for all it brings. Thank you to all the friends, faculty, and staff that I got to know on and offline, which made my time at UCI valuable. I encourage you all to say thank you to your loved ones, your professors, and anyone else that has helped you through your time at UCI. Tell them how they have been supporting you, because they might not even realize it.
During my time at UCI, I have accepted and taken on a role my past self would have never even begun to think about. I was the vice president of the Campuswide Honors Student Council, which would have been way out of my comfort zone if not for the amazing members of the CHC community. My experience in the Student Council taught me that although it can be very daunting, you need to speak up and advocate for yourself and others. You are worthy of the space you take up. Speak up to change, acknowledge, or address topics because someone else may be gathering up the courage to do the same. You are all valuable and talented individuals. Prioritize what's important to you as you go out into the world in search of new opportunities. Especially when it comes to your own work situation, remember that your well-being and health are vital when it comes to doing a good job, and you should not lose sight of that in light of your responsibilities. I have worked throughout my academic experience, and juggling work, school, and family responsibilities is difficult, and I would often need to take a day or an hour to just sit and regroup. You do not need to keep pushing yourself until you break. Needing time to breathe, grieve, or understand your emotions is normal and productive to address them. So please make sure you keep your mental health and happiness a priority as you go on to future endeavors.
As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the positive change you want to see in the world. We have grown so much in the time we have been in honors, like developing analytical skills when reading Waiting for the Barbarians in Humanities Core, searching for solutions to the climate crisis in sustainable societies, and sharpening our writing skills when completing a senior thesis. It is up to us to use the opportunities we have been given and our specific skills and talents to make the world a better place. It might feel like you're just one person, but if each of us contributes, we can make a huge difference. If you have been inspired by a person, mentor, or professor that helped you throughout your education, I encourage you to pay it forward. Reach out to the next year of students or someone in your community. It doesn't have to be everyone. Just help the people around you as much as you can. And please make plans to stay connected past graduation. You can participate in the CHC Alumni Network to continue to be there for each other as we move on past our college life.
I hope we all continue to uplift each other and use our privilege to give opportunities and a platform to amplify the voices of others without privilege. We hope that you will continue to learn, to be engaged in your new communities, to challenge yourselves, and to make a difference as you go out into the world. We are so proud of you for all that you have done and believe in your future prospects. Here's to our next chapter. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Congratulations, CHC seniors.
Congratulations, CHC seniors.
Congratulations, CHC seniors.
Congratulations, CHC seniors.
You have now completed one chapter and you're on to many more. Though you started in classes like Hume Core and Honors Chem, your honors experience has become so much more than that. You have all done amazing work and we're so proud to have you as part of the CHC family.
Some of you may have only been with us for a couple of years, but your presence is long lasting. We've enjoyed getting to chat with you all throughout our workshops, welcome back events, and one-on-one meetings. Each and every one of you has contributed to the honors community, and for that, we are so grateful.
Even in our virtual world, you showed up and made connections with us and other CHC students, faculty, and staff. The honors community is a key part of what makes the CHC special, and you all helped us keep that going this year throughout our trials. We are so grateful that you took advantage of what the CHC has to offer.
You may have started your time at UCI in the CHC worried about writing a thesis, but now here you are. You made it all the way here, honors thesis wrapping up, and your undergraduate experience coming to a close. The PAAs are extremely impressed by all that you have done, and we can't wait to see what you do next, whether that be getting into the workforce, traveling the world when it's safe to do so, attending graduate school, or something we can't even imagine. We wish you all the best and hope to hear from you soon. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Hello, my name is Darren Warner and I use he, him pronouns, and I'm one of the Campuswide Honors Advisors. I am pleased to present the Tiffany U Award. The Tiffany U Award, as was the Mitch Breitbart Award before it, is presented to a graduating senior who has significantly contributed to the Campuswide Honors Student Council, also known as the CHSC, over their time at UCI. All Campuswide Honors students are automatically members of the Campuswide Honors Student Council. The award is named after Tiffany U, class of 2011, who consistently and unselfishly volunteered her time to CHSC in many different ways as a Campuswide Honors student. This year's award winner is a transfer student who joined CHSC when they started at UCI and quickly became known for their willingness to volunteer to help out and their ability to move important initiatives forward. In the span of 2 years, they quickly worked their way up in CHSC from representative on the Community Service Committee to chair of that committee to vice president of the CHSC for the 2021 academic year. As vice president, this student quickly made a major impact, particularly as the driving force for the council to address systematic racism, to collaborate with the CHSC president to create inclusivity training for CHSC leaders, and to find ways for transfer students who have 2 years at UCI to gain valuable executive leadership opportunities equally to students who started at UCI as 4-year students. This student has always made herself available to other student leaders for support. It has truly been an honor to see her grow as a leader and mentor CHSC leaders in the process. Please join me in congratulating Sophia Caruso.
Hello, my name is Mary, I use she, her pronouns, and I'm one of the Campuswide Honors advisors. It's my privilege to present the Guy Circello Award. This award is given in memory of Guy Circello, who was a professor of philosophy at UCI and UCI's first dean of undergraduate education. As such, he was instrumental in implementing the liberal arts-inspired structure of UCI's undergraduate academic program, including the Campuswide Honors Collegium and the Humanities Core course, which is taken by most CHC first-year students. The Circello Award is given to a graduating CHC senior, recognizing the student's commitment to and demonstration of excellence and breadth of scholarship in various fields. This year's winner has demonstrated extraordinary academic accomplishments in two widely different majors, cognitive sciences and dance, and has also demonstrated a strong commitment to research. Over the course of her time working as a research assistant in the Working Memory and Plasticity Lab mentored by Suzanne Jaggi, this student has taken on roles of increasing responsibility and research of increasing complexity, applying theory to practice, and contributing crucial knowledge to the field. She has been recognized for her hard work in undergraduate research with the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Research, and has presented her various research findings at the Western Psychological Association Conference, UCLA's Psychology Undergraduate Research Conference, and UCI's own Undergraduate Research Symposium. At the same time, this student has excelled in the Department of Dance, performing most recently in the May 2021 Physical Graffiti Virtual Concert. She is also a member of the Bare Bones Dance Theater Board, and in this capacity has engaged in arts outreach through an annual concert created by UCI students. Please join me in congratulating Katerina Christelf as this year's Circello Award winner.
Hello, my name is Christina Treble and I'm one of the Campuswide Honors Advisors. I'm pleased to present the McWilliams Renaissance Award. The McWilliams Renaissance Award is given to a student who demonstrates excellence in a number of fields and curiosity that drives them to explore and develop skills in many different areas. In short, a Renaissance person. It is named in honor of Professor Roger McWilliams, the Campuswide Honors Program founding director and professor of physics, who himself exemplifies these qualities, being a physicist who played the saxophone in a jazz band, surfed, raced cars, and still collects and restores antique cars, and reads widely. This is a very competitive award because many CHC students are passionate about a large variety of interesting pursuits. And this year, there are two winners. The first recipient of this award is a double major in human biology and anthropology. They have demonstrated extraordinary breadth of study in the sciences and the social sciences, always seeking the connections and synergies between different courses. For their research, they engaged in a genomic research project and are second author of an article that is under review for publication. They have been widely involved on campus as a Campuswide Honors Ambassador, in the Healing for Humanities program, as an editor for The Scribe, as a Health Equity Contract Tracer instructor, and as a UTeach instructor. In their spare time, they love choral singing, music, and doing crosswords. Please join me in congratulating Kathy Lee. Our second recipient of the McWilliams Renaissance Award is a biological sciences major who has taken a wide range of courses beyond the sciences, including studying 3 languages, Spanish, Japanese, and Chinese. This student loves learning about other cultures, has studied abroad in Ireland, and has served as the CHC's study abroad assistant. They have been widely engaged on campus, including for 4 years in the Campuswide Honors Student Council, to serving as co-marketing director of NAR, the student-run Campuswide Honors Creative Arts publication, to being a CHC ambassador. In their free time, they enjoy playing instruments, attending arts events, and participating in sustainability-related events. Please join me in congratulating Christina Wong.
Hello, my name is Teresa, and I'm a Campuswide Honors Advisor. I'm excited to present the Campuswide Honors Transfer Student Excellence Award. This year, the Campuswide Honors Collegium is establishing a new award to recognize the excellence of honors transfer students in academic achievement and in engagement in campus-wide honors and at UCI. Students transferring from community college enter UCI in their 3rd year and thus have a shorter time to adjust to a new university, fulfill major and campus-wide honors requirements, engage in research, and get involved with a greater university. We want to recognize all that honors transfer students achieve during their brief time at UCI. Today, we honor not one, but 2 campus-wide honors transfer students who have stood out both academically and for the impact on campus-wide honors and the UCI community. These 2 students are often the first to volunteer to help with various projects and initiatives. They both are campus-wide honors transfer peer mentors, assisting new transfer students in their transition to UCI. They have also served for 2 years on Campus-Wide Honors Student Council, most recently on the Battle of the Brains Committee that brought you Campus-Wide Honors annual student versus faculty trivia event. Both have left at the chance to serve on panels informing both current and prospective transfer students about life in honors. Our 2 honorees are close friends and a true dynamic duo. Please join me in congratulating Sitara Zadihagigi, Arunak Babaningirani. Sitara is a biological science major who's conducting research in a neurocritical care lab in the School of Medicine. She interns as a genetic counseling assistant at St. Joseph's Hospital, volunteers for the Alzheimer's Association, and is also involved in the Genetic Counseling Special Interest Group at UCI. Ronak is a biological science major specializing in neuroscience. For her research, Ronak is collaborating with her lab, investigating topics that can result in developing treatments for cardiac arrest patients. She cares deeply about giving back to others. She volunteers at Hoag Hospital and volunteered to work in a vaccine clinic during the pandemic. In addition to all that they do for campus-wide honors, Ronak and Sitara were founding members of a club at UCI called tRNA for pre-health transfer students that help them achieve their goals and encourages them to be more involved on campus. The club works to provide peer support in navigating the university, finding a research position, and preparing for life after college. As soon-to-be graduates, Sitara and Ronak are leaving a legacy of transfer student leaders who they mentored, so that the tRNA Club will continue to serve UCI transfer students and ensuring that transfer students have a strong presence in the CH community. Please join me in recognizing Sitara and Ronak for their outstanding achievements. Congratulations!
My name is Dr. Retzel, and I am the director of the Campuswide Honors Collegium. I'm here to present the 2021 Nellie Ansley Reeves CHC Thesis Awards. The Nellie Ansley Reeves Award endowment was established by the late Nellie Ansley Reeves, a generous supporter and friend of the UC Irvine Libraries, until her passing in 2000. For over 20 years, the Nellie Ansley Reeves Award endowment has funded prizes to UCI students to honor Nelly's wishes to involve students in the library. The UCI libraries collaborate with the Campuswide Honors Collegium to offer awards for outstanding honors theses. We will be announcing 4 award winners this evening. There were many excellent theses submitted this year, and the selection of the winners wasn't an easy task, so congratulations to everyone who submitted. So let's get started. Our first winner is Carissa Corey, who wrote a thesis entitled A Model-Based Examination of Scale Effects in Student Evaluations of Teaching under Professor Michael D. Lee in Cognitive Sciences. Student evaluations of teaching are widely used to assess instructors and courses. Using a model-based approach and Bayesian methods, this study examines how the direction of the scale, labels on scales, and the number of options impact ratings. Conducting a within-participants experiment in which respondents evaluate instructors and lecturers using different scales, the study finds that people tend to give positive ratings, especially when using letter scales, compared to number scales. Furthermore, people tend to use the endpoints less often when a scale is presented in reverse. This study has implications for the design of scales and for their use in assessment. Our next winner is Fionn Ma, who wrote a thesis entitled Determining the Extent of Post-Pollination Prezygotic Reproductive Isolating Barriers between Shadia lidgati and Shadia sarmentosa. Her mentor was Professor Anne Sakai from Ecology and Evolutionary Biology. This study explores hybridization in 2 rare species of flowering plant endemic to the Hawaiian Islands. Given the lack of extensive hybridization in the wild, even though the species are geographically near one another, the study examined the nature of possible isolation barriers between the 2 species. The author conducted a pollen competition study of mixed pollinations in the greenhouse, as well as pollen tube measurements for both species to analyze isolation barriers. This study lays a foundation for helping understand the reproductive behavior of these species, and together with future research, may lead to better informed decisions and predictions regarding conservation and effective restoration. The next thesis was written by Anais Osipova, called Examining the Colonial Influences and Consequences of Rape in Ama'ata Aidu's Changes a Love Story and Buchi Emecheta's The Joys of Motherhood. Her mentor was Professor Sandra Harvey from the Department of African American Studies. This thesis explores 2 novels written by African women writers in terms of women's lives and subjugation under colonialism. Both novels begin with rape scenes of the African female protagonist, which this study analyzes in terms of the intertwined nature of categories of racial and gender subordination deployed by colonial powers. This thesis reads the 2 texts against each other, which are separated in setting by time and place, with Aidu's located in post-colonial Ghana and Emecheta's novel set in colonial Nigeria. The resulting analysis teases out complex differences between the post-colonial situation that enables rectification of the incident and the colonial setting, where assimilation to Western gender roles for women is discussed. Our final winner is Kimberly Zhang, who wrote a thesis entitled Core Electron Binding Energies of Solvated Acetic Acid and Acetate. Her mentor is Professor Philip Furcia from the Department of Chemistry. Acetic acid and formic acid exist in the atmosphere in a variety of phases and constitute a large fraction of the non-methane hydrocarbon mixture in the atmosphere. Studying these pollutants is difficult, however, because they typically exist in solutions. This theoretical thesis applied newly developed computational techniques to model X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy data to characterize the core electron states for these compounds in solution. This work will help lay a foundation for understanding the processes that lead to aerosol formation in the atmosphere, such as microsolvation and chemical interactions in small droplets and clusters. This, in turn, will lead to a better understanding of atmospheric and environmental chemistry. Please join me in applauding all of this year's Thesis Award winners.
Good evening. I'm Ted Wright, Associate Dean for Campuswide Honors. I want to begin with tonight's most important message. Seniors, congratulations. If this were a normal year, I would ask everyone in the room to join me in this exhortation. However, the lack of an audience or a meal on plates in front of you bears witness to the fact that this senior banquet is the end of what, for many of you, has been a year that has been very different from what you expected when you came to UCI. For many, the dislocations of this year of remote education have proved frustrating. There have been the difficulties of navigating virtual classes, the disappointments of thesis plans that had to change, and the emptiness of life stripped of many of the accustomed social interactions. But like the country as a whole, you have persevered, and you have done this with grit, grace, and determination. I sometimes wondered, actually, whether the country would make it through this year of medical, social, political, and economic challenges. But I never had a moment of doubt about you, the CHC class of 2021. For I knew that by choosing the CHC, you first chose and have now completed a rigorous program of study, made all the more challenging by all those pesky, but admit it, mostly interesting and worthwhile campus-wide honors courses. Unlike the vast majority of UCI students, you have all done a thesis project, one that I hope, even if it had to change, let you explore something in depth about which you were passionate. Having worked with some of you and now having recently read the submissions for the Thesis Awards, I know firsthand the wonderful work campus-wide honors students can produce given the opportunity. And the vast majority of you have made your lives both more interesting and more complicated by adding challenges to your college life, such as double majors, study abroad, and your many non-academic commitments in the CHSC, as peer advisors, as RAs, or in the plethora of other campus organizations. How lucky you have been to have had Mary, Christina, Teresa, and Darren to advise and help you fit all the pieces together. You have every reason to be proud, and I hope that before you go out to tackle the mess that my generation is making of the world, you will savor your achievements. Savoring means taking the time to talk with family and friends. When people congratulate you, don't be embarrassed or deflect their praise. Listen. Revel in the experience. You have been working toward this goal for a long time. Sharpen your perceptions, take mental snapshots, or even collect a few physical souvenirs that you can use in the future to reminisce. Now, while I have you savoring your achievements, take a moment to bring to mind and appreciate your fellow students who have been such a big part of your years here at UCI. Campus-wide honors students have been your friends in good times and emotional rocks during breakups or when times were not so good. Equally important, by being so good at so many things, your peers in campus-wide honors have been a big part of helping each of you to strive harder and achieve more. This is a really fantastic group of people. Although it's inevitable that you will have less immediate contact with most of your CHC friends in your exciting new life after graduation, Don't let this group slip out of your life. In this world of instant worldwide communication, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the Campuswide Honors Alumni News, there's really no reason to lose touch with any of your fellow students. But equally important, with over 2,500 Campuswide Honors graduates, it's hard to imagine anywhere you could go, at least in the United States, where you wouldn't be able to find another Campuswide Honors graduate to connect with. This is an amazing network of interesting, talented people, an incredible potential resource, but only if you make the effort to stay connected. Finally, once you are out in the real world doing whatever amazing things you will be doing, don't forget Campuswide Honors continues on. Although next fall, a new cohort of students will come in to take your place, please don't make yourself scarce. Come back often. Take part in the Campuswide Honors Active Alumni Association. And now even you can be part of the side of truth, light, and the faculty as we dominate in Battle of the Brains. You could even help support Campuswide Honors and future students here by sharing your time and talents with them as members of Honors to Meet You or the Alumni Mentoring Program. But now, enjoy this evening. Do what you do so well to get through finals, but remember, savor the experience. Share your success with your family and friends. And when inevitably the time comes to turn your attention to the future, I hope your choices will be guided by the lesson that so many of us have learned during this past year. That life, even if it's replete with disappointment, discomfort, even grief, is a beautiful enterprise full of possibilities. So as you did when you chose UCI and the CHC, follow your urge to keep doing more, keep doing better, keep having fun, keep meeting people, and keep learning more.